what questions should you ask your realtor? And, we just had one of our clients interview us, and she asked a bunch of great questions, and we wanted to share that with you. So the first question was, what is the buying process?
Yeah. Is it a process?
Yeah. And yes, it is a process.
Yeah.
And we like to say buying is an adventure. We'll be your guides. Yeah. But it's an adventure because it's, it is exciting, but it's stressful and scary sometimes too, right?
Yeah, there's some ups and downs. Definitely emotional ups and downs. How does the process start?
So the process starts. Really, you need to get out there and look at houses, right?
100%.
Because you're going to need to see 10 to 20, sometimes more.
Yeah, because what we start out with what we think we want, and that often changes.
Yeah.
Also with budget or
Totally.
Things like that. So
that's always the question, right? Is what's
Right.
the budget versus what can you get for the budget, right?
Exactly. So we start there. We've got often a really wide kind of lens on things.
Yeah.
And then we get out and start seeing some property. Once we get to the offer stage, I think what we talk about with our clients very clearly and explain to them is that there are different strategies in even making an offer. I think most agents go, okay, offer date's Tuesday, we're going to throw in an offer, what number do you want to put in? We put very specific strategies in place to put us, first of all, we might go in before the offer date. There's a number.
The bully, yeah.
Bottom line is we're going to outline a strategy. It's really important to have a strategy even before you go into that.
And typically, what happens is properties are listed this week and they're taking offers next week, right? So part of the strategy, I think what we do well is we've sold a lot of houses, right? So we know how to get inside sellers' heads. We know what they're looking for. So that's part of our discussion is here's what the sellers are looking for and how does that meet with what we're trying to achieve. The other part is making sure, you're ready to make a few offers, right? You're probably not going to get the house on the first offer. I find the average is somewhere between 3 and 5. Right. Recently, we've gotten some on the first go. And the reason we say that is to say, we're here, we're patient, we understand. It's about doing the right strategy, but also you also being ready to make those offers, right?
Yeah. And that's why the process is stressful. It might not, every time you go through it, it's a little, hopefully it gets a little less stressful over time. And that's actually, we're talking about process. That's part of the process. So
the next question was, for this client in particular, was what should we look for in a property? And we would say that depends on what you're trying to do to the property, right? So if you're an investor, you're looking to do one thing. If you're looking to build a laneway, you want to make sure that the person you're working with can help you figure out exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, and it's interesting that too can change.
Yeah.
What somebody might start out looking for, that might evolve as well.
Another one of the questions was, should you always do a home inspection?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
If you can, right?
Yes. Just because, as we've talked in other videos and what have you, it's just about transparency. I think it helps everybody.
Yeah,
take a bit of the stress out of it.
And oftentimes there's a pre-listing inspection, which you may have to rely on, right? Yeah. If it's a strong seller's market. Yeah. But also having the experience of being able to look at those and say, some are good, some are less than good. So she also asked, do I have to sign a buyer's representation agreement?
No, that's great. Yeah, great question. Yeah.
So, my answer is no. Some realtors are different.
Yeah.
They do make people sign them up front for different reasons, and you know what? That's okay. Personally, I like to say no. Let's just get out there and show houses, and then when we make our first offer, that's typically when we sign the buyer's representation agreement.
Yeah, there's
what would you say?
Yeah, there's different views on that,
Yeah.
and it's never really hurt me in the past. I don't sign them initially either because I personally want people to feel comfortable with me, and
if they don't, then move
I don't.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
This person was obviously interviewing a couple of agents, and what I said is, hey, if I'm you, I'm looking for 3 things, right? The first thing I'm looking for is making sure the person has experience in the area and doing the things you want to do. So if you want to buy and reno, make sure the person knows about renovations or laneways, knows about that kind of stuff, right?
Yep, 100%.
Second of all, like you were saying, Jordan, make sure that there is that fit, right? So, this client in particular was, allergic to people pushing her to do things.
Right.
And I think, the sense is you're getting from us is, we're patient. We understand. We've been there. We've done it for a very long time. We know that it takes patience, and, we're not going to push people to do things.
I would say
right?
our team in general is we don't teach within our organization, closing hard in terms of getting clients or things like that.
Yeah.
We're here to develop long-term relationships and friendship.
Well, and the third thing related to that I told her was, listen, you got to make sure you actually like spending time with this person, because if you're going to look at 10, 20, maybe more houses, you're going to spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, and stressful time, like you said.
And it's stressful time, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And so are you going to want that person around in those situations?
Sure. Yeah. Basically, I would say if you wouldn't have a beer or a glass of wine with this person, maybe they might not be the best person to be spending the next 2 months with or 3 months with looking at a property, because you are going to be spending some time with them. Yeah.
So I hope you found that hugely helpful. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about, what you're looking for in real estate, shoot us an email, info@thinkto.ca. Please like this video, and please leave a comment below and subscribe to this channel so you get more great content.